Hello and welcome to my unboxing and first look at the Warhammer Horus Heresy Deimos pattern Rhino. It's right here in this box. It will cost you no more than £28, which is actually £2 cheaper than the Warhammer 40,000 Space Marines Rhino that was released about 20 years ago. However, what they did do at some point is they did bundle in the Razorback sprue in with the Space Marine Rhino to have like a combined kit. You don't get the Razorback extras in this Deimos pattern Rhino, it is just the Rhino. It's still cheaper than just the Adeptus Sororitas Rhino, which would cost you £35, but it does have a lot of bling to that Rhino, but still £35 for a Rhino. Anyway, of course I would have preferred this to be £24 or so, but you know, this is still a fair bit cheaper than what Forge World was selling the Deimos pattern for just before it was I say discontinued. I think they were selling it for about £42 or so. Yeah, quite pricey. So I'm just happy that we've got one now in full plastic, and it should serve as a blueprint for any of the other, say, Rhino-sized, Predator-sized vehicles in the future moving forward. So that's anything from like a HQ command tank to a Scorpius to all the Predators. I'm hoping that we get a load of those and they just add extra plastic sprues to this kit. So let's unwrap this and rip and tear. So it's in quite a big box actually. The width of the box is the same width as the Kratos tank, and the height of it is actually 2/3 of the Kratos. So yeah, my expectations are quite high with the size of this box. I'm wondering if they do use all the space and whether the Predator box will be a bit bigger. Let's have a look at the reverse. So we've got a couple of changes there. We've got the bolters at the top, we've got a searchlight, we've got the smoke launchers, we've got this nice looking dozer blade. Nice looking, I say dozer blade, it's not really, is it? But you know, it's just got this blade at the front. You've got the Havoc missile launcher, it's very nice. It's reminiscent of the one on the Contemptor Dreadnought. You've got a heavy bolter for pintle mounted, and the, I say storm bolter, twin linked bolters. I did wonder how they were going to do that next to him. You also get a few other options as well, so we'll have a look at those. So there it is. So let's pull this out. Yeah, there's plenty of enough space. There's plenty of enough room in there for, you know, a couple of turrets and things for a Predator. I mean, especially if you packaged it like that, you've got room for another, I'd say 4 sprues even. So this is the sprue that came with the Spartan and also the Kratos. So this they seem to be bundling this in with every Legion tank. I hope they should bundle it in with the Sakaran and the Predator and, you know, any other tanks they have up their sleeves. But it's really nice because it's got a Volkite on it, it's got a melter gun, it's got the multi-melter, heavy flamer, heavy bolter, the Havoc, the dozer blade, I guess, the smoke launchers, you know, helmeted Crusade helmet there, and helmetless Space Marine drivers and gunners, and all the different hatches. It's fantastic, really, really good unsung hero of these new kits. You've got, you know, the top of the Rhino and these hatches at the top, as well as these side doors and these walkways for the side of the tank. And then the front is all one panel. I wondered how they did that because these were usually like separate. And then this is the main sprue. They've managed to fit like the top and the front on one sprue, and then everything else on the other. If we compared this to like the 40k, look, they've even made use of the space in between for the tracks. That's fantastic. The exhausts, you know, I mean, it seems like there's a lot, but they're actually in halves. I guess that's the way that they could do that this time, but you know, you've got 8 there, which would, you know, halve down to 4. You've even got some detailing underneath it. The side armour is pretty straightforward. I do like the tracks with the studs on there. And, you know, of course, you don't have the Aquila symbols anywhere. The insides look slightly different. That rear ramp looks the same. This looks a little bit different though. Yeah, subtle differences. I'd love to get the 40k Rhino again. I probably will actually, and get a couple more of these and just give you some comparisons, because that'd be quite useful. Anyway, so that's your main sprue. That's your sort of top sprue for the Rhino. I do wonder whether you'll get this in with the Predator or something. Possibly. Or whether they'll completely replace this with a Predator sprue, or even two of them, and you'll definitely get this up accessory sprue. So there are all the 4 sprues, and then you get your vehicle transfer sheet right here, 2021, for Sons of Horus and Imperial Fists, and then your black and white instruction guide. Very straightforward. You've actually got less tracks. It looks like you've got less tracks for the Rhino. I want to say 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe you've got less tracks. It's difficult to say. I'd have to get the other kit out. But it's all straightforward up to that point, and then you've got these options to have the hunter killer, the smoke, searchlight. I really do like this part of the instructions where they give you the options and they name them. It's fantastic. Look, you've got two versions there really. You can put the missile there and smoke launchers there, or double smoke launchers, or you've got the pintle mounted combi bolter, it's called, and then you've got a pintle mounted combi mounted bolter option 1B. Secondary, look at these. You've got bolter, flamer, melter gun, plasma gun, Volkite charger. You've got primary bolter and then secondary weapons. So you can have your primary bolter and then any one of those really. You've got the missile launcher, and then you've got the pintle mounted heavy bolter, heavy flamer, or multi-melter. And then you've got a number of torsos and heads for the gunner. Yeah, really fantastic kit this. Look, you can have him with binoculars or not. Yeah, this is another template kit. Happy with this. Obviously, it doesn't have too many sprues for your £28, but if this means that we're going to get more Predators and more vehicles using this sprue, I'm definitely all for that. And so this is another good kit, good sign of things to come. What do you guys think of the Deimos pattern Rhino? Please do put your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. It'd be great to hear from you. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor protects.